In this video, I'm going to show you why certain men always get chosen, even when they're not the smartest, richest, best-looking option. You'll see the exact pattern women respond to, the mistake men make when they feel uncertain, and what to do next if you want control back without chasing, performing, or begging. Stay with me, because this matters. Jessica OS here, welcome to my channel. If you hesitate right now, you lose leverage. If you explain yourself, you lose attraction. And if you react emotionally to what she's doing next, you don't just lose her interest, you actually also lose her respect. Now, most men destroy their chances right here, not because they're weak, but sometimes they misunderstand what's actually happening and end up goofing. Let me slow this down to get painfully precise, because if this part clicks, everything else becomes obvious. Right now, you're not dealing with rejection in the traditional sense. You're dealing with instability. She hasn't said no, neither has she said yes, right? She's hovering in this dangerous middle ground where hope keeps you invested and uncertainty keeps you off balance. She has you in the right spot. One day she's engaged, warm and curious, and the next day she's distant, vague, and distracted. And in your head you replay conversations, you analyze timing, you compare yourself to other men who don't even know you exist. You start asking questions that feel reasonable but quietly drain your leverage. Did I say something wrong? Should I follow up? Maybe she's just busy. What if I wait too long and lose her? And that's the moment where you start to lose frame as a man. Because the feeling you're responding to isn't logic, it's fear of misplaying the moment. And that fear is what pushes you into the most common mistake of all. You start doing more availability, reassurance, explanation, more transparency than the situation has earned, etc. From a woman's perspective, though, it doesn't register as confidence at all. If you watch this channel, you will know that it registers as instability responding to instability. Let this land. Attraction doesn't grow because you feel the silence. It grows when silence doesn't rattle you. The men who get chosen don't rush to fix ambiguity. They let ambiguity reveal alignment. And this is where I remove self-blame from you completely. See, nothing is wrong with you, okay? You didn't miss some magical line. You didn't fail a secret test that you were supposed to know about. What's happening is predictable. When a woman senses that you want certainty more than she does, the power dynamic shifts, okay? Because that uncertainty basically exposes who needs the outcome more. If you've been in this position before, stay with me, because in the next part, I'll explain exactly why some men never fall into this kind of trap in the first place. Now, the men who are always chosen are not more attractive on paper. They're not always richer. They're not always smoother, smarter, or more emotionally intelligent. Sometimes they simply operate from a different internal position. These men don't move based on emotional fluctuation. They don't recalibrate themselves every time the temperature shifts or let mixed signals pull them out of posture, right? Let me say this clearly. Chosen men do not interpret behavior. They observe it. There's no scrambling for meaning or internal debate about, wait, what does she mean, right? Think about this. When a man stays grounded while uncertainty is present, he becomes the most stable object in the room. Stability is magnetic. This is why women will choose a man who is technically a worse option over a man who's objectively better on paper, because one man simply feels solid, right? The other's just responsive. And responsiveness can kill polarity. Here's the core difference. When interest drops, average men begin to ask, what can I do to get it back, right? Chosen men ask, is this something I even want to pursue at this pace? That single internal question changes everything, because now the frame isn't, how do I win her? It's, does this dynamic meet my own standards? That's the identity shift, you see. This is what attractive men do. They don't rush to close emotional distance. They allow space without the anxiety. They continue living their life at the same pace, same rhythm, whether she leans in or pulls back. And it has everything to do with self-trust. Women choose men who trust themselves. Attraction doesn't rise when you pursue clarity. It rises when you are clarity. Being chosen doesn't mean being impressive. It means being unshaken. Men who are always chosen don't force momentum. They allow momentum to prove itself, right? And that's why when women compare options, they basically don't pick the man who tried harder. Guess who they pick? They pick the man who felt like an anchor. So let me just say this. The men who get chosen don't necessarily do something different. The men who get chosen stop doing the wrong thing. Here's your decisive next move. It's simple, controlled, and powerful. Remove yourself from emotional management. What does that mean? Stop adjusting your behavior to regulate her interest. Stop checking temperature of the relationship. Stop trying to engineer closeness. This is how strong men respond. They maintain the same pace, the same tone, and availability they had when things were good. No escalation or withdrawal, no explanation. And this matters. Consistency under uncertainty is a sign of leadership. You don't reward distance with pursuit. Neither do you punish it with coldness. You let it exist without reacting. And that's what's important. When you don't chase, pressure disappears. When pressure disappears, attraction has room to breathe. And when that happens, it either returns naturally or reveals that that relationship never had depth. And either outcome restores your leverage. Let me be very clear about what not to do right now, okay? You don't want to send that checking in text. Don't confront that shift in behavior or attitude. Don't explain your intentions again. Those moves feel productive, but they're actually, in some interested way, confessions of uncertainty. Men who are chosen don't confess uncertainty. They tolerate it. Here's the internal pressure you adopt instead. Say, I'm open, but I'm not attracted to an outcome that hasn't been earned. That posture will change how everything lands. Your presence feels grounded instead of needy. Your silence feels calm instead of anxious. Your attention feels optional instead of expected. And the part that gives you back control immediately is this. You stop trying to secure interest and let behavior decide. If she leans back in, it's because attraction rebuilt itself without pressure. And if she doesn't, you didn't lose her. You avoided investing further into something that was unstable. You see, leverage isn't created by effort. It's created by restraint. And this is what attractive men understand instinctively. They don't chase clarity. They allow clarity to emerge. And when you move this way, you're no longer reacting to her uncertainty. You're standing in yours. In the final part of this video, I'll leave you with a grounding frame that keeps you steady no matter what she does next. You ready? Let's wrap up. Chosen men aren't reactive. They're composed. They don't fear losing someone who hasn't chosen them yet. They trust their ability to walk forward either way. Restraint is strength. Stillness is leverage. And clarity always favors the men who stand without reassurance. If you got value from this video, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know whenever I post and can enjoy the content even more. Plus, do me a favor. If you really like this channel, as I see you guys do in the comments, share. This is the only thing I can ask of you. Share this video with another guy who absolutely needs to see this. Oh, and if you'd like to chat with me personally, I'll leave a link on how you can book a private call with me so we can get into some deep stuff concerning your relationship. Jessica O is here. Catch you in the next video. Cheers.